Welcome to Money Matters with Southern Michigan Bank and Trust, where we discuss your financial questions with the experts on our team.
Today we're sitting down with Charlotte Lewis, Retail Training Coordinator, to discuss staff training and financial literacy.
My name is Charlotte Lewis, and I'm the Retail Training Coordinator here at Southern Michigan Bank and Trust. So I train all of the staff that you see inside the branch when you go in, from branch manager to part-time teller.
Charlotte, the training process at Southern Michigan Bank and Trust is quite different than the usual training process. What are the biggest differences in our training processes?
Yeah, I hear that a lot, especially when we hire others that come from other banks, that our program is more detailed, more in-depth, more hands-on than they're typically used to. So it's not uncommon for somebody to come from a larger box bank that has sat in front of a computer and did e-learnings for 2 weeks, and then they were put in a teller window. So I think what I hear most that is the biggest difference is our hands-on learning.
And for how long are tellers in this hands-on learning environment?
So our training modules or training classes are broken up into intervals depending on one, the teller's previous experience and aptitude, and two, their time in service. So we kind of take it in chunks and start at the beginning and progress toward more difficult transactions, more difficult situations, more responsibilities, and build on that as we go. So that does make them well-rounded altogether. And some of the tellers that work toward a universal banker role are touching every aspect that a customer would do when they come into the branch, from a teller transaction to a consumer loan application.
And how long can staff members spend in training?
So it just kind of depends on which goal they have or which position they were hired for to start with too. So the initial teller training takes about 6 days to 2 weeks. And they have in-branch observation during those two, so they can kind of relate to what they're learning. And then they'll come back in 3 months for Teller 1 training, so we'll go over a little bit more in-depth transactions that are a little more difficult, but they've had a chance to see by then. In between the original start date and Teller 1, they'll come to me for customer service fundamentals. And more than our retail staff join those classes as well. So I have a lot of contact center and operations staff that come in for that one, because it's not teller specific. It's general customer service knowledge. And then at 6 months, they come and learn how to open new accounts. So we feel by then they have a good grasp on the teller line and the interaction with the customers, and so they'll learn to open new accounts. And then around 12 months, maybe a little sooner, depending if they've had banking before, they'll go through Teller 2 certification, which puts them right below Teller Supervisor access. And they'll be able to supervise the branch in the absence of managers, open and close, and override newer tellers on certain transactions.
Charlotte, how is Southern Michigan Bank and Trust taking steps to make financial education and literacy accessible to our customers and community?
This is definitely my passion. We've just created a financial literacy plan committee, which I'm very excited about. And we have a really good core group of people, all aspects of the bank. We have lenders, branch managers, compliance officers, myself, so a really good diverse group of people. And we're coming up and brainstorming with new ways to reach out, and different ways that we have in the past, and then getting in these places on a consistent basis. So for an example, we're coming up with a first-time home buyer program that we can go out and talk to individuals about. We're getting into senior centers and talking about grandparent fraud and schemes and the new Elder Abuse Act. But it kick-started in schools, where we go in and we teach financial literacy, financial planning, schemes, scams, what a credit score is, the difference between a checking and a savings, and that kind of thing. So we have quite a big outreach.
And do you have any personal examples of how financial literacy outreach has positively affected our community?
One of the biggest things, or the biggest difference I feel that I've made, is at the Charter Academy in Union City. So it's our at-risk youth. that are there on a different capacity. They're not generally mainstream. They're in the same classroom all day with the same teacher. So we go in there quarterly and we talk about different things, and some things they can relate to and some things they can't. But these are the kids, not that any kid doesn't, but these are the kids especially that need life skills before they leave, because they're going to a job. Right when they graduate, they're going to get a job, rent their first apartment. We talk about car insurance and how your credit score can affect the apartment you rent, your price of your car insurance. So they just soak that stuff up because a lot of them have never had anybody talk to them about it before.
Hi, listener. We wanted to take a quick break right here and let you know that as we discuss these financial literacy programs and courses, that they are available to all community members. We want to keep these programs free and accessible. Now back to Charlotte on how you can reach out to gain access to these programs.
Anybody in our markets or in our communities can ask, for presentations or involvement or help in any way at any of our branches.
And who can they reach out to with financial questions?
Anyone that you see in the branches should be able to assist you or direct you to someone that can give you more clarifying answers. But the roles that usually go out into the communities and do these presentations or assist the people with signing up for resources are our branch managers, teller supervisors. Like I said, we have a lender on our team now, so we're reaching into the lending area too, where if one of their customers had a question, we could help with those resources as well.
Finally, Charlotte, we wanted to ask, how do you think that Southern Michigan Bank and Trust stands out from other financial institutions?
Well, I've been here for 22 years, so I feel like Southern is my family. And I think the majority of people that work here do feel that. And I think our customers even feel that. So if you talk to our customers and you ask them, like, what do they like about us or what do they like about their bank, they like the feeling when they come in and they see our frontline staff, or they deal with their lender for every house that they buy or every car that they buy. It's that community bank family feeling that makes us stand out from everybody else.
Thank you for listening. Tune in for another session of Money Matters soon.